Hi everyone, Lynn Ellis here. As a new beekeeper, we all look for videos and articles to help us keep bees. One of the items that I was hoping to take and do myself this year was extract honey. And I was not able to do that because I have small hive beetles and they basically destroyed my honey crop. So I had to say forget it. But a fellow beekeeper with the CMBA, Jude Lombardi, said she had some honey to extract and invited me down to help her and watch and learn. And I hope you'll find this video interesting. I sure did. I had a lot of fun and hope to do this myself next year. But for right now, we're going to go to Jude and we're going to watch honey be extracted. Start.
Hi, here we are on Dixon Hill with Lynn Ellis and Jude Lombardi. I'm Jude. Lynn, of course, is behind the camera. She's helping me out today. She's been incredibly helpful. We've been doing a honey extraction. Now, most of this honey is going to go back to the hives, but I had to do the extraction because there's a flow that's going to happen in about 7 to 10 days. The ivy on the trees will be blooming, and all my hives were honey bound, just about. So out of the 8 hives, I was able to collect 4 frames, 2 10 boxes mediums and 2 8 mediums of honey. And so Lynn and I have been extracting. We've got a pile here that I'll do later, but we're letting that dry out because we had to use water on them and it was raining. But what we're going to demonstrate for you is our process today for getting these frames of honey ready for the extractor, extracting them, putting them back in the boxes, ready to go.
Beautiful.
Ready to go.
Oh,
It's nice and heavy.
that was pretty.
Okay?
Yeah.
Just lovely. There's a little space there. So, let's get started. I started at 4 o'clock this morning, but that's another story. But what we're going to do is we don't have a heated knife, but we've got a knife with ridges. And it's been really useful today. And Lynn's become an expert at using this knife, I must say. So she should really be the one standing over here. So we're just going to try to go here. Okay? And we're going to rest our knife with edges on it. We're going to rest our knife right on the frame. The inside part of that, can you see that inside part? It's a little lower than the higher frame. So I'm resting it on there. And I'm just going to take the cap off, this wax cap off of the honey. I'm just bringing it along. Now, you'll note that it's not always going to be perfect, but maybe we'll go a little deeper so we can get to it. And here it comes. We'll leave as much honey on that frame as we can to get into that extractor. And I've got my bucket here, down here, straightened, but I also have this pan, which comes in handy. When you're extracting, you want something like that to hold all your condiments. I don't know what else to call implements, condiments, everything. Because it's a sticky job. Lynn said she's never been so sticky in all her life as she is today. And I can testify that that's the way I feel too. Now, we got most of that off. Can you see, Lynn?
Yep.
So I'm going to take this little thingy here, which I find really handy. Actually, I want to get one of those spike rollers.
Yeah, that would be
Now,
good.
those spike rollers is like a paint roller.
Yeah.
It's about this long. It's $15. You get one. They're in stock. It's plastic, and it's a roller that has spikes all along it. They use it for flooring of some sort, getting the bubbles out, somebody told me. So all you have to do with that is roll it across, and it opens up the cells, but we don't have one of those. So what we're using is this little cutter here, and I'm just opening up the cap, taking the cap off where the knife didn't get it. Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. And then this side's ready to go. So I'm going to put that in my bin, and I'm going to turn it over. We have an extractor that does 2 at a time, and we have been very busy here since 12:30 today. And we're almost done today. For today, we gotta let those dry out quite a bit more. But this pulled comb, I have no more pulled comb, so I had to take the honey out so they'll have space to put more ivy in because that's their booster shot. Just like the black locust is their booster shot in the spring, the ivy on the trees, oh, it's beautiful out. It's their booster shot for the winter, in the fall. And people are, interested in taking off that ivy off trees because it smothers trees. Well, what I've decided is, what you can do is take every other vine off and leave every other vine of ivy on, and maybe they can coexist together that way. So that's my desire. I used to be a fan. Take the honey, take the ivy off the trees, but once I learned that there was this incredible crop that came in late summer, early fall, it'll be about 10 days from now. It'll be probably the first or second week in September they'll be running here in Baltimore. All right, you want to do the other one?
Sure.
All right. So again, just so you see this, I'm going to take my knife, and a lot of people suggest that you clear off the edges too when you do this. I'm not going to worry about that today, okay? I'm going to take this one we already cleaned up, or decapped, and we're going to place it into our 2-frame extractor, Cranky, which we did both ways, and we've decided the crank works better than the machine, than the drill.
Yeah.
But I spent days looking for the adapter, found it, and so Lynn likes the other better, and so do I, because it's a little hard on your wrist. You want to get all your residue of bees and beetles and other things. Wax. Well, the wax, forget it, you're not going to get that out. So I'm going to try this again with my knife a little. Ready? Here we go. I'm just going to try to take off the cap, the top part of that. And again, I'm using the foundation boards to this frame. This is really hard today. This one's not easy. Some of them, Lynn's much better, like I said, than me. Some of them, but they really put this on good. So what I'm going to do, since there's resistance here, is I'm going to go to my alternative. And I'm just going to scrape it open a little.
As long as you open the cells, the honey will come out.
As long as you open the cells, the honey shall come out.
That's right.
It's gravity and centrifuge and thank you, honeybees. They're outside looking for their honey. They've been looking for days. I wonder how long it will take them to chill now that, well, as long as those boxes out there, they'll be out there cleaning everything up. But I'm wanting to hope, I'll probably take most of the extra down to the Arboretum, where the bees are. The Mount Washington Arboretum. If you ever get a chance, come on over. Back end of the, I do need to take this off the end here.
You should be able to get a good feel on that one.
Oh yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Now the knife's talking.
Yeah.
See that coming right off there? Straight on. Oh yeah, it's like Lynn's doing it. Here we go. There's more honey on there than I want, but that was a nice ride.
That's all right.
Now look at this.
Nice.
That's pretty much wax.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's pretty much honey.
Yep.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Bees. And again, what we're going to do, this batch is going into a bucket that will be put aside in case I need to make honey cakes, and I will feed this back to them if they're needed, because most of this honey, except for one box, came from bees that are new this year, swarms and nukes. And they say you're not supposed to take honey from a first-year hive. And the bees, by the way, bees make honey for bees, not for people. Some people don't seem to realize that. This is their food source. That's how important it is. That looks like it might be some brood in there. We'll get rid of that. I'm sure some people would love to eat that brood, wouldn't they?
Birds
I know
would.
it. Birds too. The chickens, they love it. I did not see a lot of drone brood in my hives.
That's good.
The queen's not making it.
Yeah.
There was one hive that had a good bit. We already did this one, didn't we?
Yeah, you
All
scratched
right.
it.
Let's put it on into the extractor. And we've got, again, this 2-frame extractor here. Cranky. Very good. Works really well.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to lick my fingers.
We're both on a sugar high today.
Yeah.
Or a
I've
honey
been high for days on honey.
Yes.
God knows what my sugar is like.
Mm.
Delicious. Absolutely divine.
Yes.
So now, what we're going to do is the centrifuge situation. Okay, so we've got the frames in, got the crank on,
Covers
got a
are
couple
right,
of lids around here somewhere,
yeah, right there.
plexiglass. And you don't really need these, but it keeps the honey in the tank rather than
Right.
on the ceiling or in the room. So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start cranking. And we've been doing 1.5 minutes on each side.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So,
you ready?
yep.
1.5 minutes?
Go ahead.
Here I go. Actually, we think that this is better than the motor when we hooked up a drill with the adapter.
It's very easy. It's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
That's good.
And all the engineers out there will say, well, that's because of gears and such. Or whatever.
Well, all right. Dan will tell us.
Yes.
Dan, I'm waiting to hear.
And if you get tired, you can let go and just let it continue to spin.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And then we'll just pick it up when it slows down again. We're going to do 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds on each side. Because each side needs that time in order for that honey to leave that comb.
You're about at a minute now.
You've done 1 minute so far?
Mhm.
Okay. Another 30 seconds, 20 seconds maybe. One more turn after it slows down. And we should be good to go. Reversal.
And you can stop.
Here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see if that honey has left the comb.
Yes.
Has the honey, has the honey left the room? No, but it's left the comb. All right, let's see what we got here.
She's
So the
high
outside.
she's high on honey, folks.
You betcha. Let's see here.
So there
Oh
you
my
go.
heck.
That's
Look
nice.
at that. It's
Perfect.
beautiful.
Perfect.
Look
All
at
empty.
that comb. They're
Yep.
going to love this.
Yes.
Let's hope they fill it on.
Now we
All right,
got
now see, this is before,
we got to.
and we'll show you after when we take that one out
Yep.
in 90 seconds. And here's another one over here. Now, if you notice in the middle,
There's a little.
there's honey there.
Yeah.
And why is that? Because I didn't decap it well
Right.
enough.
But
That's a good
okay.
lesson to learn. But that's okay. We'll put that back.
Okay.
Since these are not getting stored in the house, these frames are going to go right back on the hive.
So they'll be.
So
able
that's
to,
fine to leave that in there.
Yeah.
That's a little more food for them to
Yep.
enjoy. Before now, we're going to put
that's
this on the
before.
outside. See this before?
Yep.
Okay, let's see what it looks like after 90 seconds of whirlwinding it. I'm going to wipe my hands off. This has been a great experience. I couldn't have done it without Lynn, everybody. Let me tell you.
Well, I'm learning a lot. I've never done this before.
That's right. She's learning extracting, and I got somebody who's a quick learner and a hard worker, farm girl,
Farm girl.
as she likes to say.
Yes, I am
Let
a
the farm girl do it. Put that crank up back on. Here we go. Ready?
Yes.
90 seconds.
Okay. And honestly, the drill, we were doing it for the same amount of time. The only
didn't
thing
do as
that was
good.
different was we weren't cranking our arms, but it really is so easy.
And I don't think it did as good a job as
I-
when you do
yeah,
it by hand.
yeah.
Isn't that weird?
I think so too.
Okay, electrician. No, engineers.
Engineers.
What's the explanation for that? What do you think, Charlie? Charlie Dorsey. He's the one where I got the idea. I went to his house one day and he was doing it. I'm like, hey, wow.
I think if you had
You're alone.
many hives, that you definitely want to use a drill.
Some of the time.
Yeah.
How we doing? More?
You're 30 seconds more.
And it keeps going. Look at
Yeah.
that.
One is-
And I'm not tweaking my arm,
All
my
right.
wrist. And there's the rest of them over there. They're going to dry out some before we, since we got caught in the rain.
All right, give it a couple more cranks and let it go.
Okay.
Okay, let it go.
Now let's see what that side looks like
Yeah.
after. Ready?
Yes.
Work up a little sweat though.
Yeah.
All right, Lynn.
Burn off
Let's
some
see
of
what
that
we
honey.
got. Here we go. Nice and light now. What a difference.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Yep.
And again, there's some honey on there
There's a little
because I
bit.
didn't do a great job, but that's
But
okay.
it's
But
nice
look
and
at that.
clean.
Look
Yep.
at that.
Nice and clean.
That's when we had that knife,
Yeah.
okay?
Yep.
And we were able to skim it off
Yeah.
evenly. This one not. But that's okay. So now we're going to take this and put it in this box so it can go back in the hive tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm so excited. And then here we go again. There's the side, so
Yep.
it's all cleaned off.
Yep. You're good.
All right.
Excellent.
Anything else? Thank you, Lynn.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Jude.
all.
Thank you for showing
Thank
me
you.
how to do this.
Central Maryland Beekeeper Association. Let us know what you think.
Yep.
We're around.
Thank you for watching.
Yay.
Not.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Now we're.
You mean the 15, but none of this?
None of this.
Aw. You ready?
Yes. Go
All right,
work.
here, we've been doing this a while now, but we're going to get some more here.
Yeah.
Now we're getting down the bottom of the bucket, but here it comes. Got double screen on here before it goes into that bucket. And now Lynn's going to lean it forward. Lump, slump, lump, 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 lump. I'm going to shut it, Lynn.
Okay.
Ready?
Mhm.
We're going to shut it up. Wait for it to drain. Look how fast it's going.
Yeah.
That's smooth stuff. And then,
Yeah.
isn't it amazing how clean it comes out
Yep.
there?
That
Unbelievable.
looks beautiful down in the bucket.
Can you see that?
Yeah. Liquid gold.
Liquid gold. That's what they call it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Liquid gold. And we'll figure out what we can do with this. Ready?
Okay. Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Whoop.
We don't have to completely clean this out since I'm gonna do some more,
Okay.
just to let you know,
Oh, that's a good point.
because it would be redundant,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right, so I lost it.
Uh-oh.
Did
There you go.
you get that on
Yeah,
tape?
there it is. Of course. Of course.
Don't leave my finger.
Yeah, you're at the bottom now. I mean, there's still some down there, but not
Leave
much.
it in. That's
Yeah.
fine. Let's push it back. Well, not too far.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. Oh, let that drain.
Huh.
So there you go. Honey, I'm going to lick my finger first.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
All right, in about 2 weeks, Jude will come off of this honey high.
Mmm.
Jeez, it is good. It's
I'll
delicious.
take it now.
Okay.
Now I got to figure out how I'm going to put it back. I know this one goes on 4, which is the one that, because, and that one's got a, all 3 of these that are going back on have holes in them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And that's just going to make it so that they're supers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just going to make it so that they don't have to go through the whole hive to bring in that nectar from that ivy.
The ivy, all right.
We like to make things as easy as possible for the hard-working bees.
Yeah.
They're quite amazing creatures, and they have to work really hard these days. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to lock this up.
Okay.
Well, that was quite an afternoon.
Yeah.
What time is it, Lynn?
3:13. Perfect. Perfect timing.
That's wonderful. Am I doing this the wrong way? Shit. Alright, come on now. We don't want to lose this.
Here, you hold the cap.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, darling.
It's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right?
Righty tighty, lefty
Of
loosey.
course, it depends on which way you're looking at it.
That's good. You got it. Excellent.
Okay.
And so the last thing I'll do today, right here, anyway, I'll come over here. I'll take my spatula. And I'll just clean this off. And it's ready for the next load.
Yep. Excellent. And there you have it.
And there you have it.
Let's see the honey, how much you got out of there.
Alright, let me lift this up for you.
How many frames do we do?
Well, that's a good question. How many frames did we do? 30? Wait a minute.
No.
If it was 2
What,
8s.
10? Yeah.
2 8s and a 10.
So 26.
26.
Get out of here.
Right?
So that's about 3/4 of a bucket,
So we
a
got
5-gallon
10
bucket of.
and 2 eggs right there.
Yep.
I think we've got one short, 35. We're
Yeah.
one short there.
Yeah. Okay.
And all our frames work.
Yep. And that's probably 3/4 of a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, 3/4 at
Yeah.
least. That's a good load.
Yeah. Look
That
at that
is so
beautiful,
pretty.
beautiful honey.
Thank you, bees.
Thank you,
Look
bees.
how dark that is.
Yes.
It looks really dark, doesn't it?
All right. Central Maryland
that's-
beekeepers making honey from the bees. Thank you, bees.